Just chilling out Saturday night. Decided to work on the Corvair right here. Let me see if where we're at. So from the last video, we used the Tamiya epoxy putty to get started on those seats that you see right there. These were a couple of the original seats that were in the car with the kit, and I was trying to acquire another set, but I just knew there was going to be no way I was going to be able to get another set right away. So I just pretty much decided, you know what, let me go ahead and seek another set, see what else I could find out there, So from then on, I just started kind of just browsing, just looking, trying to see like what else I could find. And just from looking at my 58 Impala kit, an AMT, I was like looking through all my kits. I ended up finding another set of seats, which are the ones that are like right here, as you see. And I filled them in with the putty. This was, it's already been more than a day since the last time I worked on these. So I was just like, all right, let's see how this is doing. And they're pretty much dry. They're pretty rock solid already as is. So I just pretty much need a sand and get this all squared away, get it nice and smooth, get it all sorted up. We got 2 seats right here, which I'm planning to do the back seats. And yo, what up, man? What's up? Yeah, good evening to you too, Eddie. Hey, what up, Armando? How you doing? What's up, man? Yeah, thank you for joining. Check them out right here. I'm just so excited we got this zoom in, slowly models. Casey, what's up, man? And I'm just like digging this whole, like I can zoom in, zoom out now from my phone. So just an update real quick right now, guys, that you guys are joining in right now. Let me know about the audio, if everything sounds clear on your end. The last couple days I kind of been running around in my area trying to, yo, what up, Chester? Trying to see new things to upgrade I guess the bench studio kind of thing for going live, right? Thank you, Casey. So over here on this side, we have one light right here that goes right above this setup. And then I just added this other secondary light over here on this side. So now we got 2 lights right here. So I pretty much have this whole area right here clear for me to work on and stream. I'm still using my phone. The only thing now is the tripod. So the one I'm using, it's like pretty much one of those 3-leg, like basic tripods. And I just ordered a new tripod, which I'll be able to clamp onto the table. So let's say, for example, if I clamp it on like right here, the arm will come out and then I could, it could be this close. I could adjust it in different ways or even right like above the area, right? The workspace. So I'm pretty excited about that. I also ordered like another 3rd light that's going to go on top of that right there on the tripod. So I'm excited about that right there. And after I get that stuff, I mean, the next thing I really have to order now is just a wireless mic pretty much to connect, because as of right now, I'm using a wired mic. All these cables right here, see, it looks all messy and stuff. It just gets tangled up. This is one from, let's see the brand right here. iRig. I've been using this mic for years now. This is the one I rock whenever I do the live like podcasts, like when I'm driving and stuff. So, little by little, just trying to get stuff, trying to get better lighting and everything on here. And, for the streaming stuff, that's going to be, some of the things that I'll be going to be acquiring next right there. So hopefully by next week, I'll have the stand and all that in. So we'll be installing that and hopefully we'll notice a difference on there. Let's see real quick. So regarding like the seats, right? Right here on this one, this was the first one where I applied all the putty and I try to get it as flat and smooth as possible in here. And this is going to help a lot to prevent me doing a lot of work from sanding. And obviously like this area, I try to flatten it, but it still has there's some areas where it's sticking out. So for this kind of application, it's best to use a sanding stick that has more of a hard surface. For example, like this right here, it's a bit wider, but this is like pretty strong material, or even something like this that's like just like a hard, plastic surface that will not bend whatsoever, And so this way, when you're getting ready to sand, it's more like in a flat motion, or back and forth motion. But let me see here. So this is an 800. This is probably 2. Let me look, see if I have anything in a smaller grit. What's this? Okay, this is a 400 grit right here. I got like a little sticker on there, as you can see. So let's jump into the 400 right here. So try to get it as flat as possible right here. And let me see how much I could zoom in when I pinch it right here for you guys. Try to get it as close. Now that we have this little feature right here. Man, I'm thinking maybe I'll need another mic to get the sanding. Check it out right there. So it's starting to look a bit more flat now in that area right there. And then the same for like the bottom, Let's see here. So this way we get like a nice flat surface. I mean, I could spend, some time on this, getting all this sanded down. This was all extra. This is all nothing. It's not even gonna matter right there. The thing is just trying to clean all this up. Here, let me move all this stuff out of the background. Right here. Get it nice and flat. All right. And then I'm gonna do the same for like the sides. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? I've been. So I'll be pretty much having to clean up all this right here, the sides. As far as this, since this has a somewhat of a, a little radius right here, I think it's safe to use the soft, like the God hand pads from here. Would probably be great is like a 240. This is, I believe, the 2mm size, and then this is a 5, which is a lot thicker. Put those there. So pretty much it's something that you could just bend in this kind of manner and be able to just go back and forth. I mean, obviously this would take some time, of going back and forth. But what's going to end up happening is you're going to start knocking down all the high spots and getting it nice and uniformed right there. Oh, nice, man. That's cool. You gotta post some photos later. How's that coming along? So that's pretty much this project right here. This whole sanding section is gonna be, one of the things that needs to be done. This one, obviously, it looks like it's gonna be a lot more work. There's a lot of high areas and some low areas. That thing keeps making noise back here. Hold on. Another thing I could probably use, but then I don't want to go too. I do have a round. Let me show you this other sanding tool that I have. I rarely use this tool. I bought this a while back, some years back, when I was doing a lot of the Gundam stuff. This is the way it came packaged. Check it out, guys. This is called Plamo Art, and that's their website. But it's so weird because when I looked at this website back in that time, I could not find it. There's a contact number. I didn't call the number, but let's see, how much did I buy it for? $15.99. I bought it at a hobby store out in Anaheim area, right here. So it's acrylic. Let me bust these pieces out so you could see what comes in the package. I have not seen these anymore, but if I do, I mean, man, I would love to get some of these to have them in store. So you pretty much have two acrylic sticks, one squared. Check that out. They're just clear, like really, like just hard acrylic. And basically, what I did was I used that the sanding paper that has a adhesive backing, and I just folded it in half and like just taped it along the edge. So this way, just a flat surface on each side, you know. This one here, this is just a round rod of acrylic, and I did the same, just putting the sanding adhesive backing. It's starting to kind of peel because I haven't used it, just been sitting there. But so I don't know, real quick, it was just kind of, this came to thought, like perhaps I could just in this area kind of apply it right here. This, I might have to do that. Here, let me zoom out so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Just to knock down that high area real quick, I might have to do something like this. There, yeah. Let's take a look. Cool. Yeah, go for it, bro. We'll be here. Check it out. So this is epoxy, this is stuff I don't want to be breathing either. So, my bench, it's gonna be dusty. I mean, I could stay up here all night working on this, like just sanding this stuff up. But it's gonna make a mess, and it's gonna take time, to flatten, get all this stuff flattened up and uniformed, and everything. Or I could, obviously do it tomorrow in the here in the day in the yard, where this stuff could just pretty much just fly out, not have to worry about breathing any of this stuff. All right. Let's see here. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is, like, if you look at the bench, you see all this dust right here that's coming from this, right? I'm in my garage, so I don't mind if I would just blow this down to the floor or whatever. I could always get my shop broom and just open the garage and just sweep it out, right? No big deal. But for those of you that are at home, you don't want to get this stuff all over your area. That's where this, I keep talking about the little handy cleaner. And this dude, he likes to eat everything you throw at him. So turn them on real quick. That he gets that dust. Another thing too is, like, let's just say if perhaps you don't need this little dude or whatever, you can always get like baby wipes, since they're wet, and just you could always wipe that residue off too, or the dust. That's also another option right there, guys. So as far as like the seats, that's I'm happy with that. This is like a solid that epoxy putty. It did its thing. It's pretty solid. Yo, what up, G1 Mech? What's up, man? Thank you for joining us. So this is something I'm excited to be working on, and hopefully be able to use on future builds right there. Even like trying to create like fenders and stuff like that. It seems pretty, the idea is pretty endless right there, There we go. See? trying to clean that up right there. And I got more dust on the table. Dang. So I gotta bust out that dude again to eat in a bit. Yeah, earlier I was with the family. We went out to this. We were in Buena Park. They were having this. It was one of our relatives' like birthdays, so we went out there to support for the birthday, and it was like a pirates theme kind of thing where like you grow up and you see these pirates put on a show where they like fight and stuff, and it was pretty cool. Like I never had done that ever before, and I believe that other show they do with like the Knights. I don't think it's called Knights of Columbus. It's like it's just knights that are like on horses, like they're fighting or whatever. That was like I think next door, so it was like right there. So we ended up just going to that one, and it was pretty cool. It was chill, you know. Had fun, took my daughter and everything, and she had a blast. Here, let's get this out of the way. So all right. So the body of the car, I feel like I already have it where I'm pretty happy with the car. I feel like it's already ready to at least lay down like a base color. I don't want to get too crazy about like this needs to be perfect. Oh man, I messed up right here. Here, let me zoom in so I can show you guys the body so far. I mean, it looks clean. Like as far as like this is like where I'm pretty happy so far. I can nitpick and like start looking at little areas that I could be like, oh wait, there's this, there's that. You know, why don't I clean this like that little thing up right there or that? And I feel like I've already spent a lot of time on the body already. That those are just little minor defects. I could spend the time in cleaning them up, but it's just gonna drag this project on, you know? That's like if I'm like, oh, let me just open the doors now or let me do this and that. It's just gonna drag it along. And you know, I want to keep it going just to get this one ready and done, and we can get it to those stages where we get it ready for paint, and also you know, like start working on other future projects and other things right there. So remember the last time I talked about this area that I was sanding it, filled it in. So I got that done. I went with the trusty CA glue. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. So now I'm just like, all right, cool. Let's just move on to like a base color. So let's check it out over here. Right over here, we have on this area, House of Color. So we have the Orion Silver Max. We have House of Color Medium Reducer. Me being out here in California, Southern California, you know, temperatures, it could be anywhere from like, you know, 70, 80, 90, sometimes 100, you know. But this one seems to do the job. It seems to be quite right when it comes down to using a reducer, which is pretty much, in other words, a thinner for this type of paint. And this is Orion Silver Max. Originally, you know, I used to use just Orion Silver, but when you start putting together, you know, if you have Orion Silver and then you have Orion Silver Max and you put them next to each other, you'll notice quite the difference on there. So I'm gonna just shake this up because this is pretty much just like it's like concentrated or whatever. There's no reducer or thinner inside of this. This is like a 4-ounce bottle that I bought from Coast Airbrush a while back. And what I end up doing is like I end up pouring it in here. And then I pour a reducer. I do like a 1-to-1 mix. You know, whatever's left in this is like, you know, from the previous mix I had done. And it's still good. I could still use this. Watch, let me try to do. I'll shake this up and I'll try to get it as close as possible, just so you guys can see these little things dance right here. Check them out right there. It's crazy. That's all the little metallics that you see right there. Just falling down right there. That's cool. What up, Jamie G, Scale Model Garage? Thank you for joining. Thanks, Chester. Thanks, man. So, you know, it's been decided. I'm going to work with the paint that I have. And I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, I want to use Orion Silver Max as a base color for the car. I'm pretty sure I could probably use all this right here, all that Silver Max, or I could just mix up some more, you know, pour some more in the bottle. So I don't know. I think we should just do it. I think we should just mix up some more, pour some more in there. Right now, is everything settling down? Let's see. I think it's gonna be like, let me see. It's close to the 5. So I think I could do like a half. Let me see. All right, cool. I think I know where. So I might have to, for this little demo, I think I might need to use like a box or something to give me some height for it. Because I want you guys to see the way I mix it on here. But yeah, man, it's just chilling out, you know. I was like, yo, I'm gonna go live on Saturday, but then my lady told me, yo, we're supposed to go to this thing, and I was like, oh, you're right. And I was like, oh man, it just depends now how you know, how late or what you get home from this event. Then I got my coffee real quick. Let me try to drink as much coffee as I can right now, because I don't know if when I open those bottles, the elements, if I'm gonna be drinking the elements, they're gonna go in here. But hey, what's up, Lee? How you doing, man? What up? Thank you for joining, dude. All right. So let's see. I'm trying to look around to see if perhaps I might be able to use, I don't know, should I use this as a, is this good height? Dang. Let me see, would it fall? Yeah, maybe I could use this. I'm just like, what if it falls? Dang, if it falls, it falls. All right, let's do this before we, let's bust out this. I haven't used this in a while, but why not? Just so we could demo it. This is Pro Mask masking system from FBS Tape. Got this a long time ago from Coast Airbrush 2. I dropped it, ended up breaking this part right here. Pretty much it was supposed to look like this. Ended up breaking that thing. But it's all good. So it's pretty much, check this out. So you pull it, it has a tape up here. And then let's see, we're gonna go up to here, then we're gonna pull it back and tear it. Right there. And let's see here. So when you open it up, on the other side there's a foldable so you can still spread it. So we're gonna lay this down on the bench right here, just for safety reasons, in case if I end up, you know, spilling some of this stuff, it could land in there. Check it out. Then you pull that, you can pull this back. Then I'm gonna put the tripod on one of the parts right there, so it holds up that little piece back. All right, let me try to get this squared away right there. Dang, right on, bro. Yeah. So we'll put this right here for now. And let's see. All right. So I'm gonna shake this up. Orion Silver Max. Yeah, I think someone's having a party not too far from here from where I'm at, because I could hear the music, like just the bass hitting. So we're gonna do a 101, and you know, it's I usually do like 20 of paint, and then the other 20, like from 20 to 40, the reducer. But since we already have some paint in there, and I don't really want to toss that out, we're probably gonna go like I don't know, just a little more, maybe up to like 15, and then the other one maybe up to like 35. The reducer. Later I'll do another like a dedicated video to just that. I'll do like an update on that. But let's see. Let's just pour it. Let's see how close we can get on here. Let me see. Will it focus? All right, there you go. I probably have to put my hand behind it so I could focus. If not, how close can we get? It's because I got the stickers right there representing the homies. All right, let's see. Let me go back a little. I want you guys to see the pour out. And I put my hand right here just so it gets it. So let's go right ahead. Damn, it looks nice and rich. All right, we went a little bit above the 15, but it's all good. I mean, this stuff's pretty forgiving if anything happens, Damn, don't tell anybody. Nah. The House of Color police will show up at my door knocking like, hey, we gotta check what's going down. All right, let's pour it up to like 30. There we go, right there. We just pour it right there. So we poured some reducer. Dang, this thing's waking me up. Haven't smelled this stuff in a long time. So let's cap it. Real quick. There we go. Hello. Dang. Yeah, we're gonna use this whole bottle just for the body. Nah, I'm joking. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna use some of it. But this is gonna last. I mean, the thing about buying it concentrated, you do get a lot. But then again, what happens is when you don't use it for so long, it starts to separate, and then sometimes it could go bad if it's in extreme cold temperatures or very hot. You gotta wake it up with like reducer and whatnot. But I kind of, if I had a bigger bottle, I would have already mixed like this whole like thing already, just to have it already ready to go. Because when I have it like let's say this bottle right here, if I put it away for, I don't know, months or years, it'll still be good to go. The reducer, it might evaporate a little bit over time, but not so much. Like it'll still be there. All right, so we did that. There was no spills. Everything was all good. It just smells. That's all it is. It smells. But let's check it out. Let's go over here on this side real quick. Let me see if I even have this. I don't even have this thing connected, man. The hell? I should be having this connected all the time. Let's see if I could fit in this thing real quick. Hold on, guys. I don't know if you guys heard that. Just trying to connect power to the booth. All right, let's take you guys over here real quick. So let's hit the switch. Dang. All right, this is on, but what's up with the lights? Maybe it's loose. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was loose. Oh, this side's loose too. I have to push this. No, let me see. Something's happening. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we got power. There we go. Dang. Cool. It's a trip because, here, I'm gonna back up. Check out the setup so far. Cause like, right here, it's all blue or whatever. And when you get in, makes it look crazy. Man, I wonder if this is like the closest I can get. Right here. Might be in the way. All right, let's hit the switch. All right, sorry guys. Then we got the compressor right here, right in front, just waiting, chilling. And then this is ready to go already. Let's see. Got all this stuff right here. So let's see. Let me put this over here. Man, I'm trying to think real quick. How am I gonna do this? Because I feel like spraying it right now. I'm itching to do it right now. So just keep that right there on this little shorty one right here, because the other one could be too big on there. Here we go. We'll keep that there. Let me just give me a moment, guys. Let me look around to see what I have that I could probably put the stand on real quick for you guys. Hold on. I think I might have a solution right here real quick. Oof. Let's see. Maybe I can put it right here on top of this. Oh, dang. Let's see, guys. All right. Dang. All right, guys. So, man, I wish, you see, this is where the wireless stuff would come in handy. Because if I had this stuff wireless, I'd be able to walk around and you guys could hear me, and you guys don't got to see this dang cable, but it's all good. Little by little, we're upgrading, we're switching stuff up. Let me see, I won't need that. Let me see real quick, guys, because I'm gonna have to bust out some stuff real quick from over here from this section. I'm gonna bust out 2 gloves, but I might just need 1. I don't think I'm gonna need both. And then let's see, we might use this piece right here just to finish it faster. We could use this one too, but this might take too long. So we're gonna probably go with this one, be on the safe side. And then what else? Let's see. Oh yeah. So up here in this container, I don't know if you guys could see, but I keep all these in here. So we're gonna use one right there. Let me set that there. Let me bring the other camera that I kind of use as a monitor, just to kind of see if how everything's looking. And I'm gonna try to peep. Dang. Hey, Chester, I was actually looking at that brand that you just mentioned, the DJI, because I was looking at the Rode wireless mics, but I've noticed that with those mics, they here, let's turn this on. There's a switch back here. Let's see if you guys can see that. All right, here we go. With the Rode mics, they look bigger, like a little bit blockier. And the other ones, the DJIs, seem to be a lot smaller, a little bit more slimmer. They look pretty dope, dude. So let me see. I wonder if I'm gonna have to do it like this for you guys. This might be the angle right here. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out, bro. Hell yeah! Thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna check that out. That might be what I'd be doing right there. Here, let me see. I'm gonna see how. I cleaned this brush not too long ago. Put that there. Let's move this out of the way. Cup. I'm also gonna need a towel, like a small little towel. I need to go grab that right now. So let me throw on the gloves real quick. This will be the hand that will be holding on to the model from the bottom, right here. And then this will be, I don't know if I'm gonna wear this one, because usually this one is just so I could hold the model right here whenever I'm like spraying and stuff. And the other one, I mean, it's on the airbrush, but I don't think I'm gonna be using that one there. So let me go ahead and grab this paper towel, and I'll be back real quick, guys. Hold on. cool. This is what I needed right there. I wonder, let me see, you guys. Yeah, that's probably better right there. So you guys could see that right there. Cool. All right. That angle's cool. You guys let me know. So, yeah, let me put my hat. It's like rocking my hat. All right. So let me turn this on again. Let me get mic'd up. Got this. I'm gonna put some lacquer thinner. Alright guys, so I'm gonna pour some paint using a pipette to get it. I know I could pour it in, but I'm just trying to be a little cleaner just for the sake of the video. But you know, when you're in a rush, you just pour the paint inside the cup. Alright, at least 3 for now. Alright, then I put this, I always drop that right there. Let's cap this. We'll save this for another time. If we need more, we'll hit it with some more. Let's put this back on here. Alright. Let's see if the Orion silver comes out. See it right there? I want to see if it looks on the video. And then you can see some of the silver already on this paper. Right there. So let's go right ahead and get the body. It's good to go. You can put a little bit of air. I'm not really too worried if like lint or things like that land on it. We're just gonna go ahead and drop some paint right now. So it's primered. You can see it's primered. Now we're gonna add the silver. Pour a little more. Kind of ran out right there, but it's all good. We're gonna do a little more, but we're gonna let it chill for a bit. But I'm gonna pour this in here just so it's ready to go for the next run. And it's smelling like House of Color up in this. One more, and that's it. I'm gonna open the door in a bit, but check it out. You could already, under the light, see the sheen of it. It's already like shining up right there. That's the Orion Silver Max. We got full coverage pretty much already with this airbrush right here, the HPTH, which You can see in the video, it's shooting a pretty fat, it's shooting a pretty fat line, you know. There you have it, guys. The Orion Silver Max has been applied. We're gonna do another coat though. I want it to be a bit more metallic-y. Look at the glove, as you can see here. So we're gonna just let this chill. See, right now it's 11:40. I'll probably wait like, I don't know, like 3 more minutes or so, or 5 or whatever, and then we'll spray it again. You know. Let me turn on this fan. Here, let me. I got this little fan right here. Oh, it's not even plugged in. Ah, all right, we'll do this fan better. Dang. All right, oh, woo, that feels better. Come through. Oh, damn, secret Corvairs right here. Dang, better hide those. Shout outs to my homie, he hooked me up with those. I got those tucked away right there. Damn, what is this one? This one's tucked away right there too. All right, so let's see, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know real quick as we're waiting for the time, and then I'm gonna spray it again real quick. But yeah, it definitely smells like House of Color up in this spot right now. Dang, I should have finished this coffee. It's probably all contaminated now with paint. We're gonna finish it though. Let's see. All right, and then after, I brought some. I brought with me some sparkling water, mineral. It says sparkling natural mineral water, right here. Bam! It's not a beer. It's not soda. I know I was gonna get thirsty, just from drinking the coffee, and just like, you know, I was itching to paint, and I was like, you know what? This drink's cold. It's gonna be good. So we're gonna do it up right there. So let's see, guys. Let me go on the chat real quick with you guys. Dang. Let's see. Ooh, right on, Ivan. It's happening live. Oh, nice. Hey, so you're able to shoot flake with that? Dang. Cause oh dang. Mic's already coming off my shirt. Let me see real quick. Let me see what if it's up here, what I use for my flake. Oh, here it is. This is the one I use. And I'm gonna have to do this one later too. This airbrush right here. This is the one I use when I shoot flake out of. And then I already have the quick disconnect on it right there. And I just plug it in down here. So that's pretty much what I use when I'm rocking the metal flake, when I get to mix that in. So yeah, bro, I think it is. Yeah, it is Pellegrino, but it's like the non-flavored one, so it has like no sugar on that one. Bam. Oh shit, it's coming off. Oh, there we go. But yeah, this is the one I use. The 0.5 millimeter airbrush, I do have that on this one. I use it to shoot my clear, when I shoot the clear on the body. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and start applying more Orion Silver. I think the times, that window is pretty up. It's ready. This stuff's pretty forgiving, you know. Nothing's gonna happen like crazy. And if something happens, like if there was a reaction, or I'd be surprised, like, oh, what? Like if it would get jacked up. But it's also, you could cover that up later with like some flake or something, you know. Or you can sand it really light and do it all over. All right, guys, here we go. This is gonna be the final coat right here. And we're gonna put it a little bit farther, just so this metallic kind of flies onto it. We don't wanna blast it too close. Back part. All right, now the top part. Let me check the cap real quick. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Right there. There's this little bonus. There, that's it. All right. So there you have it. The car is now like a metallic silver kind of vibe. So we're gonna put this over here for now real quick. And we're gonna use this bottle to help clean the airbrush. Let's turn this on again. Lacquer thinner in here. Backwash. There's like bubbles bubbling. Let's clear the cup. Yeah, there's still some more in there. Need to do one more. I always like to spray it on here also. This way you get it wet. And I like to do it like this. There you go. Get it clean. Bam. So done. Back up. Yeah, this is done. All right. So let's turn that fan back on again real quick, guys. All right, we'll keep it in this setting right now. Yeah, I gotta connect this fan again because this is like the fan I used to hit my face. Right there, but I didn't have it plugged in. So we're just airbrush is already clean now. With this, this is another FBS. This is the super spray. So now this is what I do in order to clean this up. Take this, and then I just like pretty much take off the glove like that. Yeah, sorry guys, it looks all sweaty, but yeah, and then this is my trash. Boom, gone, done. And then later I'll wrap all this up, you know, I'll clean all that up. But we'll let the fan chilling, you know, going for now. Let's look at the car now. We got it right here. Bam. Let's see. Let's put it on this little thing better. There we have it, guys. All right, so I'll get this thing out of the way real quick. And let me get situated. Hold on, guys. Okay, so now that the car's been painted, I always like to leave it in the booth just so it dries in there. I mean, there's really not going to be anything that's going to be like falling on it or whatever. But let me see if I could zoom in for you guys from here. But yeah, that Orion Silver is already on here. So at this point, I mean, you have lots of options. You know, this is just like a foundation, like a base. I can always, you know, add candy over it. I could add flake to it. And, you know, you do tape outs, clear coat it. You know, like let's say if I really wanted to keep this all silver, I can clear coat it and then come back and hit it with something else, you know, like layer on top of it. there's just so much stuff you can do at that point right there. Let me open the door real quick because yeah, it smells in here. Hold on, guys. Dang. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll be able to answer them. Hopefully right here. Dang. Oh, what? You guys don't have HOK out there? What happened? Do they even... But you can order it, right? Like to have it shipped out there? I'm pretty sure you could get that shipped. Damn, that's crazy that it's not available. So we're just gonna put all this stuff over here for now. I also have like a little box that I could even keep this in. Also, like if I didn't want any dust or whatever, like particles, or if I was trying to hold on to the smell, to not get, like to penetrate on stuff, I could always do that. But yeah, this is kind of the little garage area where I kind of like to keep all this stuff in there, you know. I'll put all that right there. But yeah, having all these little things, I mean, they do help, you know, when you're working on a project and stuff. It starts to come together. And let's see here. So yeah, so like with the Orion Silver, you know, that's something that once this interior piece is also completed, is something that I will be applying onto the package tray area, also the dashboard area, get it all uniform so it matches, you know. And then later from there, I'll decide what I want to do. If I want to like flake this top or flake this package tray to flow with the body, you know. And then also like if I want to do any kind of patterns or anything to the body, I can do that, you know. So we'll see. Let me see. Yeah, I still haven't tried the paint yet myself to know. Armando uses it. I know with him, he does some pretty sick stuff. So I'm pretty sure it looks good, you know, to the scale right there too. But I know like his metal flake, yeah, that's something I definitely do like using. That one is to the scale. Like the .004, that's like a good size that a lot of people tend to use right there. With that, let me open this. Dang, the Pellegrino right here. Psh, I'm gonna bust this one out real quick. Damn, so right now, man, it's barely gonna be midnight. For some reason, I thought it was later. It's not even that late. People are still out. We're out here kicking it, hanging out. Let's see. So these are the next test subjects right here. The seats. Dang. Man, I should definitely get these cracking, because if I'm just gonna wait and not do nothing, it's not gonna sand itself, you know. Oh, there's nothing in and on here. What the heck? I need to slap a piece of grit right there. All right, so these are my 400s. What else do I have? Man, there's another 400. Oh, this is what, MadWorks? I haven't used any of these in a minute. All right. Yeah, normally in this little box is where I keep all the more of the hard base surface type stuff. And then these are like, I guess like carbon fiber ones. This one company put out a long time ago. I don't even know if they still do them. Who knows? But yeah, these tend to be the ones I've been using a lot more. Let me see how this will do. I'm trying to get the angle for you guys. Man, I can't wait to get that new tripod stand, man, to be able to like work and do some stuff up. I think that's gonna be fun once all that's all set up. Let's see, how's this? Can you guys see this? Trying to use the table to kind of guide me as I'm going back and forth. So yeah, I'll be bouncing back and forth between these two, trying to knock things out. I'm happy we got the base so far on the body. And then, you know, later we'll see where we kind of go from there on it. Like what else needs to be done, you know? I'll let you guys know as I go. And then I have to look through my colors too to see like what I have. I trip out on the pink. Like I have a pink, and I notice that the pink tends to kind of go bad like pretty fast. That was the one thing I was like, wait, what the heck? Like, what's up with that? You know, like why is it doing that? That was the one thing I noticed right off the bat. After a while, like when you have it packaged, it's almost like, and I'm talking about the concentrate candy. Like you need to work with it right off the bat, dude. Like you need to reduce that stuff already, you know? That's the one part I was like, wait, what? Let me see how well this acrylic rod works right here. I have a feeling I need to swap out this this grit right here. All right. Okay. Yeah, you can tell the high spots and the low spots right there. Like I haven't even, on some of them I haven't even reached them yet. We'll see right now. Yo, what up? Slowly. How you doing, dude? Yeah, it's coming together. Yeah, this is the one that's like, dang, there's a lot of work that's gonna have to go into to this one right here. I put a lot of material. It's almost like, well, now I know, you know, for next time. There we go. Starting to flatten this out. But yeah, I think with the other tripod, I'll be able to do like aerial view. So it'll just be like right above, and you guys will be, because like right now, as I'm watching the screen on a little monitor, or my little iPad I'm using as a monitor, and I could see, you know, like you guys could see all this right here, and there's like the garage, like door, and I think the focus is more on this, you know, what I'm doing, not the garage door. So those are like the little things I need to be correcting as I go, as I'm tapering the, you know, the setup as I'm going. But yeah, this is all the work that we do behind the scenes. you know, when we're getting our builds ready for, you know, for a show, or some of you that do presentations out there. We're gonna be back out here, Chester, in California again. Yeah, hopefully now, when you're out here, you could visit us here at the spot. You bring one of your builds. That'd be dope. Okay, it's starting to take shape right there. Oh, nice. Yeah, man, let me know. Let me know when you come out to California again. I'll be dope. We could link up. Oh yeah, it's cutting right through it. Like right here, there's a lot of material right here you can see. I wonder, let me see, let me get my hobby knife. I wonder how it will do if I cut it. But here, let me do this. I'll get a better angle for you guys so you guys can see what I'm doing. I almost feel like I'm cheating you guys by not showing you kind of what's going down. Right here. So this side, smaller. I didn't put that much material versus this side, which I put a ton of material. See, that's a lot of work. Let me see how this does if I end up cutting it. Oh yeah, what? Remove my thumb. Nice. Oh yeah, this is gonna save me time from all that sanding. Yeah, because I put too much material. Oh wait, even better. Hold on. Damn, let's bust these babies out. The chisels. Chizzy. Power grid. What size is this? This is the bigger size. So nice, sharp. It'd be cool if sound effects would come out of this thing. Ew, I could do this. Or I could go this way. So this way, I go at an angle. Like it digs in, but then it comes out. What? So that's another way that it can be done. Man, this is cool material. I'm really digging the epoxy putty so far, guys. Dang, I feel like it's like wood. Playing with maderita right here. All right, starting to dig in here. Ugh. All right, let's go this side better. Daddy chill, that's funny. Dang, the 6'4". Let's see. All right. Ooh, got a little. Oh, what? Uh-oh. Did I go too much right there? Dang. Yup. I might have to fix that with glue later, like CA glue, to fill that in. But we'll see. We'll see what happens right now. In a little bit. Let's try to sand this round piece. I feel like this stuff's getting full already. Like the thing, look at this, looks all nasty. Let's set this down right here. Yeah, this is a little bit of work right here. Yeah, but I could always put CA glue and then primer and kind of see where I'm at, you know? But yeah, little by little, it's gonna come together. Yeah, I was also looking up equipment regarding like live streaming for like the podcast and all that stuff. And man, there's just too many options and too much stuff out there to decide like what to use. Um, I do want to get like more of a PC, like a gaming not laptop, like a tower, and kind of use that and go from there. Um, but I'm just waiting to see like which one to really get. That one's gonna take a little bit of time. I think for now the primary setup is gonna be more my phone, like trying to set that up, trying to get all situated with what I'm gonna be doing, you know, especially for like here, because it's just a lot easier for me to be able to jump on here and go live and continue working on my builds and hang out with you guys. The other stuff is just, you know, I need more equipment, it takes more time to set up and all that. But I think once I'm all set up, I should be good to go. Here, let me go, I'll be back. Let me go close the store because I had it open for a bit. Bam. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I need to clean these up. Yeah, these are for sure gonna have to be more with like round, soft pads, just to kind of get that feel right there for those. Um, these ones, I mean, it's more like just straight edges and stuff. So I know I need to flatten this a little more, just a little more, not too much. This one seems to be a little bit more easier as far as flattening and all that stuff compared to the other one. But this is cool because at least it gives me a better idea for next time when I work with that material, just to keep working it and don't put too much, you know. Yo, what up? What up? What up? Go for it, painting. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Thanks for chiming in, man. Checking in. All right. Yeah, little by little, man. This stuff comes together. Then it's ready for primer and then paint. And we go from there, you know? Yeah, so this one's gonna get close. I hoping tomorrow I'll have some time and I'll primer these seats tomorrow. Probably like behind the scenes, you know, um, without jumping live. I'll start primering the seats. But dude, I'm so excited, guys, to start getting like the gear, little by little, you know, to be using here on the stream. Hey, if you guys know anything, you know, regarding equipment for streaming and stuff, let me know. Because I know there's a lot of dope content out there. A lot of dudes doing like a lot of cool stuff in different genres, mediums, and stuff, you know. And they get great footage, a lot of 4K and or 1080p. Like they get a lot of good footage that I'm like, man, I wanna be able to take these live streams to that level, you know, or even just videos in general, um, for the scale model building space, you know. I think it'd be pretty sick to have that kind of a setup. So this way, for anybody getting into it, you know, it'll be appealing. Like, oh, what? Like, what's going on? Or even for people that don't even build, you know, and they kind of want to see like what's kind of going down. There's some channels I subscribe to, in from Japan, and I see what they do, man. They're actively posting and they're actively going live and they're doing stuff, and I'm always like, man, I want to be able to do something like that, you know. I think something like that would be pretty dope. Oh, right there. Let me see if I can more. Let's try to connect somewhere. Nah, it won't even let me. What the hell? Crazy. All right. So yeah, this one's starting to take a shape little by little. You know, it's taking some time, but it's starting to come together. Another upgrade I need to do is I need a new table. This one I have right here, I'm just using a regular, like cheap plastic table, folding table. You know, those ones you use for like parties and stuff or whatever, you know. And there's a desk I have in the house that was my designated desk, but ever since I moved everything over here, that other desk in the house, I started using that like for whenever I'm doing activities and things with my daughter, having her like paint or just trace and like, you know, go over like things from school. We use that table, you know, that kind of took over, and I'm not gonna take that table away. I just want to buy a new one, you know. I need to get a new table. One of my homies was saying you should get one of those tables where you could raise it or lower it by the press of a button. I've seen those; they look dope. I just don't know which one though. You know, it seems like there's a lot of brands and stuff. But if you guys use anything like that or know of anything or seen something like that, you know, let me know. Send me a link or something. I want to check it out on there. Yeah, Chester, you should get back into streaming, man. That'd be pretty dope, dude. Like if you did something like as you're on the go, just get your gear, take your build with you, and just like, you know, let people know like whenever you're gonna jump on and stuff like that. That'd be pretty dope. Be able to like document and build on the road kind of thing, you know. I think something like that would be pretty sick. Man. All right. It's starting to square up a little bit on the edges. Man, I can't wait in the future whenever I get to work like on a Gundam or something to use this stuff to extend some of the parts, because I used to see people do that on videos and I used to be like, dang, that's dope, but I couldn't get my hands on any of that material. So now that I finally got some of this Tamiya epoxy putty, I'm pretty excited to be able to use it now and to apply it on stuff. Oh, right on. That's a good one right there. I should check IKEA. I don't live too far from one. There's one in Burbank. That's not too far from me. So I know I could cruise down there and check it out. Hopefully it's just not in a big box, you know? Like a huge box, because then that'll be a problem. I'll be like, man, how am I going to get this to my pad? Unless I just order one online and get it shipped to me, you know? That'd be pretty sick. Damn, my hands are getting dirty. And all this stuff, all this dust. Man, let's feed this thing. Oh, there's more in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wipe the table down too. Yeah, let me get let's wipe the table down. Let me get water. Hold on, guys. Hang in there. I swear, it sounds like I'm playing basketball in here. Every time I'm like, oop, sorry. I feel like I knocked one of you guys. Like I bumped into you guys' shoulder. Sorry about that. All right, cool. So we got some of that cleaned up right there. Dang. All right, we'll let that air dry real quick. What the hell was that? Let's take a sip. All right. So yeah, if you guys ever see this stuff or this acrylic set, get it. Plamo art. Try to get that piece right there. But yeah, I need to put some new of these on here. Let me see. Let me see what I could do real quick. The adhesives. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Tomorrow's Sunday, man. Dang. What are we gonna get into before the week, the work week starts? You know, start the Monday and everything. Sheesh. So Tuesday, guys, we got Gary Seeds coming on the podcast. Here, let's bust out these babies right here. Here, we'll put a new adhesive on here. So yeah, Gary Seeds is coming through. He's gonna be a guest on the podcast. All right, let's wipe this down real quick. Let's see. We're gonna get what is it here? The 400. So if you guys have any questions for Gary, let me know. I'll go ahead and I'll ask him. So this is by Display. We have 400 grit, 800, 1000, 1200, and 1500 grit right here. So this blue part is the sanding material, and the back part is where you peel off and you stick on. So let's see here. Let's get this going for this acrylic stick right here that we're gonna wrap on, because we're gonna need the 400 grit. Oh shit. There we go. Let me get my tweezers. Let's put these babies away. Let's see. Can you see that? All right, here we go. Dang. Put it as close as possible to the edge. Let's get it right in the center right here. And just roll it. There you have it. So we have 400 grit right there now. So now that we have that, you know, this is something that we could continue on the seat. Where's the other one? Where'd I put it? Where'd I put that other seat? Oh, here it is. I'm like, damn, did I lose it? It's right here. Here, let me zoom in on here, guys. So check it out. Dang. So now we got a fresh stick right here. Here, I'm gonna lay this down better. A fresh stick. Can rotate it a little. Look at that. So this right here, let's say once the whole thing is full, right? You could try to recover and everything, or you could just peel it off, toss it, and put a new one on. You know, ideally that's kind of the way you're supposed to do it. Another one, I'll give you guys another little demo on this other sanding stick, because this is the round one, which I'm pretty much using the whole like piece on here. I'm just trying to hit this area right here right now by rotating. There we go. It's starting to shape up. Okay. So real quick, so this one right here. So you see this one's all blasted. It's already all messed up. Dang. Good night, bro. Thanks for being here. So let's take this piece off. We don't need this no more. It's trash. So I wrote down 400 on here. So let's get the 400 out. Peace, man. Have a good night. Dang, it's like 2 in the morning, I think, for you, right? On your side. So this is the other one. It's not as long. It doesn't go across as long. But let's say when I do put it on, there's going to be excess that's going to stick out. So when that happens is pretty much what you do. So let's clean the back part. I have to use my tweezers again, man. There we go. Voila. I'm just eyeballing it, trying to get it as close to the edge. Let's see. There we go. So it's stuck now. Check it out. We got this, and you're like, oh man, what? Do we bend it? I mean, we could, but if not, let's just cut it out. So it's already there. Get the hobby knife, the blade, put it as closest to the wall of the thing right here, and then we're gonna pull this down, and it's gonna cut off. Right here. Let's see. Well, it's a little crooked because I wasn't looking. Here we go. Let's go this way. There we go. Even better angle. There we go. You got it off completely. So, I mean, it's up to you. We could either toss this or we could keep it and apply it to a smaller one or whatever. But yeah, that's that right there. Now you have a flat surface, 400 grit right here. Boom. And then you just use this. This acrylic rectangle piece is from God Hand. They make these in different colors. Yellow for God hand represents like the 400 grit. If you're familiar with the sponges from God hand, see this is their 400 grit. So I wrote it on here just for the sake of it. But right here we're mixing it up, you know. We're collaborating with disc spay tools with God hand. It's all universal, works together, you know. And then, you know, if I want to flatten this and or this way or whatever, you know, kind of how we've been doing this for a minute now. But I just wanted to demo how to install this on this acrylic piece, and then this is the round one from a different brand. But yeah, that's how you kind of do those. But man, this stuff definitely got all over the bench. It's a little messy here on the table, which is all right, you know. It's nothing crazy. That's pretty much what it's for, you know, to put in the work and get stuff a little messy on here. Let me see here. Are you guys working on any builds right now? So let me know. Let me know. I wanna peep game. Yeah, I gotta get this all off. But yeah, if you guys missed it, you know, I ended up spraying the car with Orion Silver Max earlier today. But you know, once I'm done with the feed, you guys will be able to get back in there and rewatch it. As far as like how I sprayed it and all that good stuff on there. That was a lot of fun. Spraying that. Here, let me flip the camera back around so you guys can kind of, so I can feel like I'm talking to you guys. Let me just fix this thing real quick. Let me see. Let me flip this camera real quick. Bam, what up? All right, guys. Dang. What up, KC? Yeah, so I might have to pull my seat down a little. Lowered it. Cool. So yeah, I'm just kind of just chilling, you know. I was working on the build like earlier, and drinking some water right now. Yeah, I gotta decide on the candy, like what I'm gonna use, you know, or what direction I'm gonna head towards for the build, you know. I gotta see what's gonna kind of happen with that right there. Let me put some trash in here actually, and yeah, I just kind of see like what's up with the whole thing, because yeah, that time's gonna creep up like pretty fast, you know. I feel like once I dial in the interior, get all that stuff like squared away, then I'll pretty much, you know, be able to get started on you know, the rest, paint job, assembly, and all that good stuff. Everything else will start to come by pretty quick. One thing I did want to mention is I ordered some HIQ parts, some more rings for the rear, and I ended up ordering a bigger size. I ended up measuring the back, so it looks like it's like a 4.5 to 5 millimeter for like the rings for the back, and I ordered those up. So I think next week, I'm expecting a package to show up next week. So I'm hoping that those are in there, that I could get my hands on them and bring them in. If that's the case, even though I sprayed Orion Silver on the car, I'm gonna have to cut out the original rings that are in the back of the car. This is what I'm talking about. These ones right here. These right here in the back, I'm gonna have to cut out, and then I'm gonna have to just like kind of force those ones in there, in the back there. Even though it's already been, you know, based, it's all good. I mean, I can still mess with it. I don't want to limit myself like, oh, it's too late, I don't want to do it, you know. It's all good. I mean, whatever happens, you know, I'm just keep it going from there. And yeah, that's kind of one of the things I want to add on there. So I don't know if I might do like the car like a pink candy. I've been kind of thinking about that. You know, I got to see like what I'm going to go with this build. right here. But I'm just excited that we're getting closer to the painting stages. That's like a lot of the fun where it comes in. So I gotta look at some photos online, get some inspiration, go on Instagram, start looking at House of Color and Pink, and just kind of get some ideas as to like what cars are out there that are in those colors that just make it look very attractive, and see what else like pops up from there, and what I kind of want to do, because you know, let's just say if it's something very like basic, I could flake the whole car and then just add the pink candy, right? Or I could like partially do that, add some, you know, some type of like area sections where it's flaked and some that aren't, and then I candy the whole thing. So then you'll be able to see like differences, or they could be some fades. I don't know. There's a lot of different stuff that could happen with that, but we'll see as we go, because my mind could change. I could decide, you know what, maybe I'm not feeling this. Maybe we'll add a secondary color, or maybe we'll section out this panel and we'll get it ready to lay maybe a pearl or something on there. A lot could happen with it. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening from there. But tonight decided to go on live like earlier. I don't think I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I don't know. I think I want to kind of keep it chill, get some rest, and start getting ready for Tuesday. Cause Tuesday is gonna roll by quick. It's gonna roll by quick, and then be able to do the podcast with Gary, and then just be ready. So this way I can just have fun and not feel tired or anything. Just be ready like for it. And then afterwards, like on another day, I definitely want to do the follow up to the car, to where I'm at, like what needs to be done. But as far as the seats, you guys saw that I've been working on them. This is gonna be something that I'm gonna finish, soon. I was taking my time right now, like talking to you guys, and getting these like set up. But I feel like once I start sanding them more and more, they'll be ready. They'll be ready for primer, and then paint after. But there's still little things here and there that I see like, all right, this needs to get done. But I'm just pushing through it. I'm just trying to get it done like pretty fast. I'm trying not to like spend too much time, because in previous builds I spend too much time on them, where it takes months, almost a year to complete a build. If I want it to look like a specific way, or opening certain things up. It's not really about like that I'm like detailing like engines, anything like that. It's more just like the static look on there. But we'll see what's up. But man, right now I'm looking at the camera. I can see this mic. It's like, dang, it's all taking up hella space on my shirt. Just having it like clipped on here, man. It's old school. It works right now for the audio and stuff, but this thing needs to go, man. I need to get the wireless stuff now. It's time, man. I need to do it up. Another thing too, this is like a future thing I want to work on right here. Check this out. Check that out right there. Here, I'll flip the camera so you guys can see a better view on this piece. This is something I want to play with right here. Damn, this looks a lot of fun. It's the payphone right here by was it Doozy? See how close I can get on this. So yeah, this will be the next little diorama piece. 8K interactive. That's such a cool logo right there. Right there. The 8K. Dang. I know I've been thinking about like would I leave it just stock clean like this for like, just kind of a reminiscent of the past, or I don't know, get it all tagged up. was tripping out on the packaging. I thought I mean, these are cool little cases, but I honestly thought it was gonna be like in a better kind of a case, but they just put sticker sealing it right there. You can create your own doozy. Right there, let's see. Let's see if we could see the payphone. Ooh, we can see the phone right there. So it's on parts. Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like it was resin, but then again, who knows, man? They're probably already 3D printing all this stuff already as is, you know. But you know, I got the vending machine, the Japanese vending machine right here. Then I need to put all these decals on, paint it, get decals on. But I would love to do a payphone, you know, to have it like outside of the ScaleRiders building. Yeah, I'd probably glue it on there because there's the little sidewalk, and I remember talking to David and being like, "Yo, David, can you make me like a sidewalk piece as an extension so I could add it onto the building, you know? That way, this way I can if I ever get like a building commission, like done or something, I could just be added like next to it, you know, and I don't have to be like, oh man, you know, everything looks different and odd right there. It starts to look pretty chill. Yeah, I lined up all the markers right there too the other day, and some of the tools and some of the nippers right there. But yeah, I'm really digging the lighting so far right now. So these are the flat chisels. I saw on Amazon they were selling the I always say the triangle ones, but or not the triangle, diamond. But yeah, they're more of a triangle shape. Right there. Yo, what up, OmniWorks? What's up, man? Huh. That would be pretty cool. Get it all tagged up, right? That would be pretty sick. How you been, man? Let me see. But yeah, later I gotta clean up all these different sanding sticks. 'Cause yeah, they're pretty. I need to re-up, like do some new ones on there, and clean all these up, just from the sanding aspect right there. Yeah, you ended up spraying Orion silver on the body earlier today. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out tomorrow, see how it is, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, so far it doesn't smell anymore. It was smelling pretty crazy in here, like House of Color, but now it's not smelling that bad. So we ended up shooting a House of Color base right here on it. Let me see if you kind of see under the light. Right there. Bam. Yeah, but hey guys, I'm gonna end up taking off. It's already you know, it's pretty late right now. I mean, not that crazy late, but I think it's just time for me that I gotta take off. I gotta clean up, put stuff away, you know, get situated over here, and then I'll be back on Tuesday to do the podcast with Gary, and I'll catch you guys on later this week. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a good night and enjoy your Sunday later. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, 65 Lokes. Peace out. Have a good one. All right, later on. Cool. Later. Peace.